From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White. Canada-U.S. Trade Minister Dominic LeBlanc is in Washington to meet with the U.S. Trade Representative. He says they had a positive meeting today where they reviewed trade talk progress made so far, and Canada presented multiple specific proposals to address American concerns. Yesterday, LeBlanc sent a letter to the U.S. and Mexico calling for the Canada-U.S.-Mexico Agreement on Trade to be renewed. The head of the Assembly of First Nations has rebuked the Alberta separation movement during her meeting today with the King. Cindy Woodhouse-Nepenak met today with King Charles at Buckingham Palace.
We've got a beautiful country. If you don't want to be a part of it, you are free to leave, and you won't be taking any land with you.
An Alberta government referendum in October will ask voters if they want to remain part of Canada or pursue separation. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre insists Alberta and Quebec separatism is being driven by federal Liberal government policy. He says support for Quebec separatism was wiped out under former Prime Minister Stephen Harper. Polls show the movement has actually had steady support for decades. RCMP in Saskatchewan are trying to figure out why a shooting killed a woman and seriously injured a man in a remote northern Saskatchewan community yesterday. Inspector Ashley St. Germain says she does not believe it was a random incident, but can't confirm the exact motive.
That is part of our investigation. The motivation behind the shooting happening yesterday, I can't speculate on this point, but that is a piece of the investigation and something that we'll be working towards answering.
A suspect was arrested at a home in Pelican Narrows about 5 hours after the shooting, but St. Germain says charges have not yet been laid. Artificial Intelligence Minister Evan Solomon says the government's new and long-awaited AI strategy will look to build trust in the technology.
It'll be lots on trust, lots on empowering workers, lots on building Canada. You'll see the details later this week.
He says upcoming legislation on online harms and privacy will be an important part of building that trust. New Democrats think MPs should have to face their voters before they can switch parties. NDP parliamentary leader Don Davies has introduced a private member's bill.
It's elementary that in a democracy, elections are the foundational opportunity for voters to express their democratic choice.
He calls Prime Minister Mark Carney securing a majority government through floor crossings undemocratic. He says it makes people question the legitimacy of democratic institutions. If you have had it with heartwarming, feel-good movies, there's a film festival for you. Bleak Week is a film festival celebrating the cinema of despair. It's a contrarian response to the cries for feel-good movies after the pandemic. More than 100 theaters are taking part this year, including venues in Montreal, Ottawa, Edmonton, and Vancouver. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, Manny Malhotra has been named the new head coach of the Vancouver Canucks. General Manager Ryan Johnson says the former NHL forward brings consistency and communication.
He holds players accountable. It's not really rainbows and every day. He's able to navigate the adverse situations by being consistent.
Malhotra spent the last 2 seasons as head coach of the American Hockey League's Abbotsford Canucks, guiding them to a Calder Cup championship. The Stanley Cup final gets underway tonight in Raleigh, North Carolina. The Hurricanes host the Vegas Golden Knights in Game 1. The Toronto Blue Jays continue a 7-game road trip tonight when they kick off a 3-game set with the Braves in Atlanta. Blue Jays starter Kevin Gausman has 2 wins and a no decision over his last 3 appearances. And Toronto Tempo guard Marina Mabrey has been named the WNBA's Eastern Conference Player of the Week. From the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.